No one was prepared for what happened this week. Neither the army, nor the observers of the world music industry, even YouTube, which has always seemed to be the largest content battleground, immediately came to its knees under one name, Jungkook. A name that has long created storms wherever it steps, is now back to swallow the digital world in one breath. But this time, what's happening is crazier, bigger, deeper than just the usual trends. It's not just a comeback. It's not just a love rumor. And it's not just the world's most controversial celebrity scandal that comes to light the next day. This is something much more serious. Something that, surprisingly, even YouTube itself looks unprepared to deal with. Then, why is everyone on YouTube suddenly discussing BTS's Jungkook? Why, in a matter of hours, does the virtual world suddenly seem to have one voice, one focus, one center of gravity? And more importantly, what is hidden behind all this? To find the answer, we must dig deeper into the maelstrom of controversy, emotion, and big secrets that have been neatly buried until finally one small incident triggers a chain reaction that changes everything. It all started with something seemingly trivial. A short 7-minute video uploaded by a YouTuber who wasn't even part of the K-pop fandom. The video was simply titled, "The Secret Behind Jungkook's Disappearance." No splashy thumbnails, no bombastic claims. But in a matter of minutes, the video exploded instantly, sucking the attention of thousands of people like a black hole, and without anyone really realizing how or why, in less than 3 hours, the entire YouTube world suddenly revolved around one thing: Jungkook. The video is nothing like a typical conspiracy theory video. No exaggerated narratives, no far-fetched theories. It is precisely its simplicity that makes it feel so gripping. The narrator simply asks, "Have you ever wondered, where did Jungkook really go? And why now is he back with something different?" The word different became the key word, because what happens next is more than a difference. The Jungkook they saw in the video, in the radio broadcast, in the short clip that HYB Entertainment uploaded, felt foreign. There is something that cannot be explained in ordinary words. The way he smiles, the way he looks at the camera, even his way of speaking. Everything is a little too perfect, a little too controlled, a little too artificial. That's when the first fire started. Big YouTubers started making reaction videos. Not only K-pop channels, but also body language analysis channels, online psychologists, and even criminal investigation channels began to get involved. They all have their own opinions, and for the first time in history, everyone seems to agree. Something strange is happening to Jungkook. A well-known body language analyst made a special hour-and-a-half video dissecting Jungkook's small movements in the latest broadcast. He showed how Jungkook's pupils did not react normally to changes in light, how his smile stopped on the lips but never reached his eyes, how his posture was a little too rigid, a little too cautious, as if he was playing himself. And this is where things start to heat up. One of the world's biggest YouTubers, who usually only discusses conspiracy theories about Hollywood, suddenly uploaded a video titled, "Is Jungkook a clone?" The video, which at first was only half-joking, immediately sparked a storm of excitement. Theories about Jungkook being replaced by a twin or even a clone began to spread. And oddly enough, more and more people find it reasonable. Because the more they dig, the more strange evidence emerges. Jungkook's old video compared to the new video. Slightly different sound of laughter. Small birthmarks that once seemed obvious now disappear. The scar on his finger, which had always been the hallmark of hardcore fans, now seemed to be gone. His face? Technically still the same. But for people who've loved Jungkook for years, there's something inexplicable. Something that makes the hairs bristle every time they look at a face that should be so familiar, but now feels so foreign. Is it possible? Is the world really witnessing something never imagined before? Is the Jungkook they see now really the same Jungkook? In a matter of 24 hours, YouTube became a battleground of opinion. Some insist that this is all just a mind game, that Jungkook might just be getting tired, or that the new camera makes his appearance different. But there are also those who swear, with video-by-video analysis, that something much bigger is happening. Meanwhile, HYB Entertainment remains silent. There is no official statement. There is no clarification. No defense. Their silence, instead of dampening, is like oil poured into a fire. Wild theories are becoming more and more common. Some claim that Jungkook has long disappeared from the public not for ordinary personal reasons, but because he was involved in a secret government project. a project related to experimental technologies. Others believe that he became a victim of a secret organization that tries to control global celebrities for political purposes. And among all the madness, one strange clue began to stick out. In one of Jungkook's new videos. Behind the scenes of a photo call, a fan with eagle eyes noticed something strange, a small piece of paper, barely hidden, hanging from his pocket. When zoomed in, the paper appears to bear a number, 170,421. No one knows for sure what it means. But the ARMY, with their legendary persistence, instantly linked the date to an important event, the day that Jungkook reportedly disappeared briefly during filming and was never described in detail by his agency. Is that a coincidence? Or a secret message from the real Jungkook, trying to ask for help? The tension on YouTube reached its peak when a mysterious account uploaded a 4-minute video titled, "This is not him. There's no sound. Only bits and pieces of Jungkook's images from the past, juxtaposed with bits and pieces of Jungkook's images from the present, played slowly, with background music that made the hair stand on end." The video was only uploaded once, but before it was deleted, it had been viewed more than 2 million times and shared all over the internet. In the video, small details that have so far gone unnoticed suddenly become clear. The way he walks has changed a little. The way he holds the microphone. The way he laughs. It's all wrong. And even more surprisingly, before the video was removed, someone had time to take a screenshot of the end of the video, where there was a cryptic message, "Find the lighthouse before it's too late." Lighthouse? Lighthouse. The clue drove everyone crazy. Channel by channel began to investigate. Some claim that the lighthouse is code for a secret place in Busan, Jungkook's hometown. Others believe that it refers to a secret government project codenamed Lighthouse. But one thing is certain, everything feels more and more unusual. The ARMY, which had usually been the most loyal supporting force, was now divided. Some still believe, holding on to the belief that Jungkook is still Jungkook. There are also those who begin to doubt, feeling a strange fear settle in the corner of their hearts. What if all this time we have been mistaken in our beliefs? Meanwhile, the world outside of fandom began to take notice. News articles started popping up, from CNN to the BBC, from Naver to the New York Times, all started asking the same question. What's wrong with Jungkook? YouTube themselves, in a move they rarely do, began to take down several videos discussing these theories, citing the excuse of misinformation. But again, the move only aggravates the situation. Because for many, the act of censorship is precisely the proof that something is really hidden. In a world already full of conspiracy theories, Jungkook, the idol of a million people, the golden boy of South Korea, one of the world's most beloved artists, is at the center of the strangest, most controversial, and most disturbing story of the century, and the biggest question that still hangs in the air, with no answer. If it's not Jungkook, then who is? This is only the first 1/10 of the 9,000 plus words you asked for. If you want, I'll go straight to the deeper parts, discussing the infiltration of the clone theory, the manipulation of the entertainment industry, the secrets of HYB, the underground ARMY movement. Until later, there is a big plot twist that is really surprising.